view, what does the MPP need from this Congress?
Well, we need to get a leader who can take us from where we are now. We sank so low, and we need to get up.
So, a leader.
Yes.
What kind of leader?
Well, the one who will be able to lift us.
What kind of leader cannot lift the MPP?
You should know it.
How will I know it?
Well, your guess will be as good as mine. I mean, if we have to rise from where we are, we need somebody who knows the party very well. He knows the ethos of the party. Somebody who will be able to sacrifice a little bit, be able to unify the party. Around election, we're in disarray, and we have been in disarray since. I don't think we are united body now. So we need somebody who will be able to unify us so that we can then work in unison to prosecute whatever agenda we have. The party will need to reorganize and rebuild.
And so you need a leader who has these attributes.
Sure.
If I became the leader of the MPP, will I qualify with these attributes at this time?
Well, I don't know much about you. All that I know is that you are here conducting your interviews. I haven't seen you in the political arena, so how can I decide? I can't decide. But maybe when you come in, you struggle a bit before you find your feet. And if you're lucky, you succeed. But for now, I think we need somebody who knows the ethos of the party, a true party person, somebody who has been with us. In 1992, you were not there. I was there.
You were there?
Yes.
What happened?
No, when the party was formed,
Yes.
I went to the first Congress, I was there.
Yeah, so we need people who were there in 1992.
Not necessarily, but people who have been with the party.
Since 1992.
Well, if you've been with the party since 92, like myself, maybe you understand the party better and its workings.
But we're going to get to a stage where nobody who was there in 1992 will be there.
But the history
we're going to get there.
You read.
So we can still read it
So
today,
you
can't
read,
we?
if you acquire
So we
that
can read it
knowledge,
today.
that understanding.
I wasn't there, but I can read it today.
Yes. But then if you've been part of that process, you'll be better placed.
You're right.
And now, as we develop, and you're part of the process, you learn you get an institutional memory.
Yeah.
And that is why I say that the learning or being part is essential.
So the point you're making is that, yes, a time may come when nobody in 92 was there. But whilst we have them,
Yes.
they are our best bets.
Yes.
Why is that person Kennedy Japan?
Well, that is my choice. And I have very good reasons. When a party lost the elections, poor results, don't let us run away from it. It's never happened before. I had to think hard. And through the reflection, it was quite obvious to me that many things went wrong. As a party, we lost touch with our base, our own people. And they were angry. That is why many people didn't go to vote. Those who said that everybody voted, they are liars. I am aware of many people who decided not to vote because they were angry with the system. They were angry with the process of electing the leaders, where the establishment went for one candidate and everybody was shunned. And I've given an interview before. I said, presidents leaving should allow the party to elect their own leaders.
Are you making reference to the presidential candidate contest?
Oh, sure.
Because in the national executive contest, the establishment was heavily behind John Boadu to retain his position as general secretary of the party.
Yeah.
But Justin Kodua, the young man, won the day, even though it was very obvious that the establishment of the inner circle of Nana Akufo-Addo, the president, the leadership of the party, some of the party elders, were firmly behind John Boadu.
Sure.
It didn't work. So if a candidate succeeds, could it not be that whilst he may have been an establishment candidate, he actually secured the support of the party?
Well, by the perception. And perceptions are important. Perceptions can destroy. The perception was that establishment
Was pushing Mahamudu Bawumia.
Yes. He's my friend. I mean, but everybody knows my position.
But you agree that that may not be the only reason why he won. He probably had a genuine support as well.
Maybe.
Because Boadu didn't win.
Maybe. But the perception is there, and it's still there.
It's still there that this candidate was pushed by the establishment. And you think that sort of destroys the party when it's obvious that the establishment is pushing an agenda?
Definitely. It brings discontent. People get angry. I believe in even playing field. That's my nature. I try to be honest. Why would I have to secure it for somebody by all means, even if that person is not necessarily the right choice?
So we are taking, the theory is that we should take away the choice from the establishment. They should never have a choice. They should never think of a candidate. The point about leadership is that leaders must be able to groom other leaders. A person has been president for 2 terms. He must see among his people that this one can do the job. I have done enough work with this one. Dr. Sapon, you have groomed many, many people. Today, when I put a poster up, many bankers, Dr. Sapon is my mentor, Dr. Sapon is my mentor. If you have to choose one of them to be the next Dr. Sapon, you surely have an idea.
Well, it depends on the process I'm using. If it's an interview process, I will let it go through. And those people who said I'm their mentors, they will tell you that if it is with me and I'm making a choice, it's a process which must make the choice. I don't have to influence it. You may be my friend, but if you don't deserve to have the job, I'll never give it to you. And everybody knows that.
But you can't do politics like that.
Well, that's where we are. We are where we are now because of all these things. So the perception issue cannot be dismissed.
So the party people were unhappy from your observation that this, our next leader, was imposed on us.
In a way, yes.
That contributed to their decision not to participate.
Maybe.
The economy was difficult. The MPP had come from a difficult situation.
So it was multiplicity of reasons. And that was one reason. And you can't do away with it. The other reason was the fact that we all know that our policies did not resonate well with the electorate. And it was too late then.
Okay. I'll come to the Kennedy Japan questions, but then let me ask you. The next election is 2028. If the MPP must win the election, they would have to make some references to the governance of Nana Akufo-Addo that ended in 2024. If the picture you paint is that bad, can any MPP candidate make reference to something Akufo-Addo did?
Well, why not? I'm not saying that everything Akufo-Addo did was wrong. That would be very unfair. Obviously, there were good policies. Obviously. But we all know that the criticisms were also many. And I think that whoever emerges obviously will pick the good things. If things were bad, why would you want to go along with that? So I think that...
So there's enough good to pick from Akufo-Addo and correct the wrongs and still go on into an election.
Definitely.
Kennedy Japan, the candidate that you are backing, has come up for conversations, has come up for polls. And one of the issues coming out is that the middle class and some people feel that he doesn't represent presidential, sometimes they call it stature, sometimes they call it material, whatever that means. You are coming clearly straight from the middle class. and the cultural class as well. How easy is it to sell Kennedy Japan to those people who say he doesn't have the presidential thing?
Maybe let me start from how I got into his fold. Like after the elections, when I was reflecting and I realized the disarray of the party, the disunity in the party, the policies which were not acceptable, my mind went round. Of course, me myself, I felt I wasn't a candidate. So who else? Then that time, people had started putting their hats in the ring. And then out of the blue, Kennedy came to my house with a friend to solicit my support. That was very surprising to me.
Why?
Well, who am I that he was coming to?
Dr. Kiki Sapo, Chief Executive of GNPC, Asante Kotoko Chairman,
But that shouldn't be...
former Chief Executive of Tamale Refinery. You're a huge figure, Dr. Sapo.
Really?
It will be very obvious for any candidate to come and see you.
But not in the political arena.
Even
I worked
even
in the
there.
periphery.
Yeah, but even there.
Yeah, I worked in the periphery. But you see, he came in humility to request. But I asked him to go and come back after a week for me to reflect. Then within the week, I was trying to see whether he fit the bill. Then certain qualities came out. Here's a case, maybe I'll look at it from two angles, from the party leadership angle and then from national leadership. From the party leadership angle, I realized that disunity in the party. So who was better placed to unify? Here's somebody who could criticize his own government if things didn't go well. Here's somebody who provided his own resources to support the party. And true, he had been there for the party. A very loyal party. So on that score, I ticked. He's a true party person who has a party at heart, who will be able to unify the party. So that was a plus. Then I was also looking at whether you have what it takes to lead the party against the NDC. Very bold, very courageous. Not courageous in the sense that you create tensions or you create conflicts, but the fact that you'll be able to say it as it is and confront issues. So that was a second plus for him. Yeah? Then I was just looking generally at his own demeanor, whether at the national level he will be accepted. Here's somebody who you can't tag him with corruption. Corruption, people in public places, yes, will easily. He was MP, I hadn't heard anything about corruption related to him. That's a major issue for us in this country. So then Kennedy, to me, had a strong point there as well. But then when the people when after the election, I was talking to many people, I mean, at funerals, weddings, churches, parties, whatever. Everybody was complaining, especially the youth, about lack of jobs. So then the issue was, who will be able to create jobs for the teeming youth? Here's a case that he himself had demonstrated from his own investments that he could lead that crusade for investments so that maybe the private sector will lead and create jobs. Not him as a person, but if he's got that kind of vision, that kind of capacity, that kind of what it takes to create jobs, then obviously it was good to look for somebody. So that too was a plus for him. Then I heard about his own philosophy, which he calls PhD. Patriotism, honesty, and discipline. Patriotism, it says Ghana first. Maybe it's one thing saying it and one thing doing it.
But this is what he articulated to you.
Yes.
The PhD.
Yes.
Patriotism, honesty, and
Yes.
discipline.
Yes. No, it was my assessment that time.
Okay.
Because I had asked him to go and come back and see me within a week for me to give my position to him.
Okay.
Whether I'll support him, his bid or not. And I had come across this PhD, patriotism, honesty, and discipline. I wanted to find out how those three words manifest. Then in terms of patriotism, the slogan is Ghana first.
Yeah.
If you put Ghana first, then
patriotic.
obviously I think I'll support him. Then honesty, searching. Well, I haven't heard anything about corruption. But then the issue of being truthful about issues was great. I mean, he'll say it, he'll be honest about it, and then also discipline. And the discipline issue, there were two examples I had. He's sacking his own son from a position in his company. How many people would do that? I felt that if he came into national leadership, then those of you who want jobs from him must be prepared to face his acts if you didn't do the right thing. So when he came back after a week with his friend, I had made a decision. And my concern, another concern I had was this family and friends business. And he said, as for him, far from that. He is Canada, Japan as one person. But he believes that he'll be able to assemble talents which will be able to coordinate for us to get results.
You wanted him to assure you that if he leads, he will not conduct a family and friends affair.
Oh, yes.
That was very important to you?
Very, very.
Why?
But that was one of the criticisms we had from our government.
We've always had it. When John Kufuor was the president,
Yes,
but his brother DK Osei was this. Family and friends has always been part of the...
It depends on how...
Does it make people lose election, family and friends?
Well, but that is one reason which was advanced.
That's correct, though.
Yes.
So he assured you that he doesn't do family and
No, he
friends?
said he won't do it. He won't do it.
Okay, so if I understand you well, that's a very important exercise that you did.
Yes.
It's kind of like a real PhD. So you took the information around him and decided that where can I find patriotism?
Yes.
And then you found it. He's talking about Ghana first. That's patriotism. Then you say, okay, where can I find honesty? Then you say he's truthful. Everybody sees him as truthful. Where can I find discipline? So, oh, that's it. So then you're able to find all of
Yes.
that. And that convinced you.
Yes.
So you've gone through a scientific exercise.
Of course. I mean, just like making corporate decisions.
Yeah.
You look at the problem, how to solve it, the resources you need, and then you go ahead.
Did you look at winnability of the national election?
I did.
What did you find?
Well, I believe that he represents the grassroots, the masses. It should be obvious to you. The masses love him. I was at his praise and worship.
The recent one. Yeah.
Yes. I hadn't been to those facilities before. Huge facility. And it was full to the brim. About 10,000 people because of Kennedy. So I believe one reason was that you'll be able to move the base for people to go and vote. He will attract the grassroots. The grassroots see him as one of them. So here, about winning power. And I say that he is the man of the moment. Momentum is very crucial in politics. You can't ignore it.
And a representation of the people. It represents the soul of the people. And the Ghanaian people know who they are and where they've come from and where they are going. There was one talk recently that Kennedy may not even be able to address the United Nations, etc., etc. But given Kennedy's laissez-faire disposition, which he has exhibited throughout, his freedom and sense of freedom and free expression, they are not things that should be part of a president's disposition. That has created conversations in offices about Kennedy Japan as president of Ghana. So Kennedy Japan is a straight talker, he's a sharp businessman, he's a creative guy, but he's not casting UN mold, he's not Bill Clinton, he's not that. He's not John Kufuor, he's not that.
Nobody was born to be in the UN mode.
Okay.
You develop it over time. Kennedy may have his faults, but I think over the last few months that some of us have been around him, we've managed him very well. Contrary
I have to agree with that.
Yes, contrary to what people thought he would be doing on the campaign trail, I don't think you see that. He's well composed. He's talking about issues. He's become more articulated, in a way that he's communicating effectively what he thinks he stands for and what he thinks he can do. For me, that is enough. And every president has got advisors. The visible ones and the invisible ones. Just like how he moved to my house to solicit help. It shows his humility. And we should be able to reshape him if we think there's a problem. I do not really think that there's much of a problem. You see, you may provoke somebody within a certain context, or he may say something you don't really understand. You keep maybe provoking him. He may react. But I think with time, over the last few months, I think you can testify. I believe you follow his meetings.
That's true. I mean, many media people have commented on that.
Talking about issues.
So
because he's got people like...
So you have been part of those managing him, Dr. Sam.
Oh, definitely. I won't run away from it. There are other people. I'm even surprised that they don't want to come out.
Other senior people like you?
Very, very senior. Very senior. Former ministers who are helping him.
Former ministers?
Oh, sure.
But would this not affect your relationship with Dr. Bawumia?
Why?
But you must have worked closely with him. You must have appreciated, both of you have the similar mind of economics, accountant, and I'm sure you must have had some very good relationship with him.
Well, I don't want to be commenting about any of the candidates. I want to focus on selling my candidate, what he can do, what he stands for, what challenges there are which we need to clean up. And I think that, for me, that is why I'm here.
That's interesting. If Kennedy were to win the NPP flag bearership, what would you advise him to do in the first 120 days as flag bearer of the NPP for the election all the way 2028?
I don't think I've thought about that now. Not at this stage. The focus now is to clinch
the victory.
Thereafter, we'll sit down and plan how we prosecute the next stage.
Is it going to be, according to the rules, the candidates, if no candidate exceeds 50% plus one, there will be a rerun of the ballot. So that remains a possibility, that a rerun among the top two, that remains a possibility that it could happen. Have you looked at it, or are you working towards your candidate winning the first round? If in the event there's a second round, what was the plan?
Yes, I think there's always a contingent, a contingent plan. I believe, and many of us in his camp believe, that he will win first round. we'll be fools to discount the possibility of a runoff. Obviously, once we know who the second candidate is.
Second?
Well,
maybe you'll be second.
Oh, definitely, we are winning.
You're sure about that?
We are winning.
Kennedy Japan is winning.
It's winning. The research shows.
Musa Dankwa's research does not show that.
Well, Musa Dankwa's research is confusing.
How?
Sometimes.
How?
Yeah, because today he comes with this, the next day, something else.
Mm-hmm.
I heard one result was 43 to about 30-something.
Yes, 43 for Dr. Bawumia.
The next day it was 70-something.
No. He said 70% of people believe that Dr. Bawumia is the candidate. Then among delegates, he's polled and 43% say they are voting
I didn't get that.
Yes. There are different types of research he does.
If you look at the trend,
yeah.
That is emerging with an undecided, still in the 20s. I can tell you, Kennedy will win first round.
The NDC have just won a big election of 57% or so. By mathematical arrangement, it should be very difficult for them to lose the next election, but politics is not mathematics. They are also talking about candidates because President Mahama is in a final term. There's a suggestion that he should look for a third-term opportunity. And as we speak, we understand that an application has been sent to the Supreme Court for an interpretation of Article 66(2) that creates the limitation on the president's tenure. So that's there. But then there are other candidates who have come up to be likely NDC candidates. One of them is Johnson Asiedu Nketia, the chairman of the party. The other is Julius Deborah, the chief of staff, current chief of staff. There is Mr. Eric Opoku, who is the minister for agriculture. Case Salato Forsen, who is touted as a very successful finance minister. And Emmanuel Amakofi-Boa, minister for lands. So the election is always going to be between NDC and NPP. Kennedy is your candidate. This is the list of the NDC coming to the election with 57% of the votes carried in the last election 4 years earlier. How do you think Kennedy will fare against all of these people?
I think it's too early to judge. Let us cross the hurdle first. Then we examine the probable candidate and then map up our strategies.
Running mate issues. Is there also something to throw to later?
Not at this stage.
What is the weakest point of Kennedy?
Weakest?
Yes.
I cannot see any weakness. Everybody's got weakness in a way. But as from where I'm managing him, I haven't seen any problem yet.
What are excesses? Have you seen excesses in something as you manage him?
Not really.
Does he love people?
Too much.
Is he quick-tempered?
Well, that's what people say, but I haven't seen it. Maybe, like I said, maybe he has a lot of respect for me, so he can't show it.
Does he disagree with you?
Oh, yes, of course, he does. We disagree to agree.
I see. Does he have time for politics?
He does, otherwise he won't be running around the country. He does.
Does he scream at people?
I haven't seen anything of the sort yet.
Does he beat people?
Where?
In the office, when you are talking?
These are wild imaginations. I haven't seen that, and I don't think it does happen.
What's his favorite food?
Maybe he has to tell me.
Oh, that you don't know yet.
I don't know.
I see. Does he like laughing?
He does, very much.
What is he afraid of? Not afraid as in intimidated, but what is his phobia?
People being dishonest.
Ah.
People being dishonest. That's one I can say.
He doesn't like that.
Yes. You know, people being dishonest. He can't stand that.
I see. If Kennedy were not on the ballot, who would be your candidate?
I don't think I've thought of that.
You're not thought of that?
I'm not. Nobody has approached me for support. He has, and he's on the ballot.
But was it possible that having approached you for support, that if you did the evaluation and he didn't fit in, you would have said no?
Definitely, I would have told him. I mentioned somewhere 2 came, and I was honest with them. I couldn't support them.
Oh, I see. Did you speak to other important people in the MPP, say John Kufuor or some other person, that you had decided to help Kennedy?
No, it's my decision.
Yeah, but they will hear of it.
If you ask me, yes, I'll tell you.
But you don't think you should discuss with them?
Why should I?
Which constituency do you belong to in terms of political?
Suta Kwame Beposo.
In Suta Kwame Beposo. Did you tell your constituency chairman that you are supporting Kennedy?
I've told him.
Have you ordered him to support Kennedy?
I can't do that.
So how are you getting his vote?
I don't know. I'm not campaigning there. I'm just managing Kennedy here. If I go to the constituency and meet delegates, yes, I don't know where the chairman belongs. So how can I go and tell him?
So do you intend to go and meet delegates and tell them to elect Kennedy?
Definitely.
That's a full throttle support you're giving
Yes,
to.
100%.
What is your personal interest in this matter?
For MPP to stand tall.
Oh, you love MPP?
Too much.
You don't want to join NDC?
At this age?
Yeah.
Not really.
So if your children wanted to join NDC, will you be
They
happy
are
with
free. Some of them are.
Oh,
some of
your
my
children
nephews are. They are free. Nobody, there's
Your
no...
nephews?
Yes,
You
there's
didn't tell them they shouldn't join the NDC?
No, why should I? They are well educated. They understand the issues. They have their preferences.
And they want to be opposite to your political philosophy?
There's nothing wrong with that. It breeds healthy debate. But in this country, you know it. John Jinapo and Abu Jinapo, they are there.
Yeah, but that's brothers, not father and child.
No, but if my child,
Like Rawlings' children
age
being
50
NPP.
years, says that he's NDC, how can I tell him not
Oh, you
to
have
be?
children who are 50?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, yeah.